Okay. Alright. Looks like we got something going here. Hopefully it'll work long term. Oh yeah. Anyway, what's up, cool people? So, yeah, been a little bit since I've done a live stream. Apologies for that, but some things came up. I was sick the 1 week, and last week I was traveling quite a bit, so couldn't really do it then either. But yeah, anyway, I'm back. Here we go. I'm going to be kicking things off with reading from Exodus chapter 3. Now, if you're wondering what happened to Exodus 2, I figured with the 2 consecutive weeks of not streaming, I needed to record a couple of things in between to kind of, bridge the gap some, even though I had a backlog. So yeah, I just wound up recording Exodus 2 separately from, the other live stream stuff. But it's all on my channel, so if you want to go back and check that out, go right ahead. But anyway, I'm gonna hop right into this, and then after reading Exodus 3, it'll be on to the usual Darksiders 2 stuff. So anyway, let me just get started with recording this. In the meantime, hopefully nothing goes too wrong here. There was a storm blowing through the area, but it seems like that's kind of died down, hopefully. I'm still not assuming that I'm in the clear yet, though, so if there's any random unexpected internet and or power outages, yeah, that's a possibility, just saying. If the stream randomly cuts out, it'll probably be because of that. So anyway, yeah, without further ado, let me just hop right into this then. Okay. So, here we go. Exodus 3. And, in case you happen to miss chapter 2, basically what happened was, Moses kind of, grew up, was, raised for a while by his mother, but then, because he was in danger, his mother had put him in the river, at which point Pharaoh's daughter, aka the princess, found him and, wanted to take care of him. So, but she essentially turned him back over to his mother for a few years, or however long it was, until he was a little more mature. Then he went kind of back to, the princess's care more fully, he was essentially then, one of the people living in the palace after he had grown up a bit. But he, saw that his people, the Jews / Hebrews / Israelites were being treated poorly, and wound up killing one of the, slave drivers, essentially. Thought he had kind of covered it up, but then went to kind of, break up some conflict between some of his people the next day, and realized that a whole bunch of people knew that he had killed the Egyptian. And so at that point, he decides to flee for his life to Midian and lives there for a while. And that's kind of where we find ourselves in chapter 3. So anyway, after that explanation, you're up to speed, I guess. So here we go. Exodus 3. One day Moses was tending to the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian. He led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. "This is amazing," Moses said to himself. "Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go see it." So, we find out Moses was living as a shepherd. Maybe that was said in the last chapter, but it says he led his flock far into the wilderness. Unlike what's in the Prince of Egypt movie, it doesn't necessarily say that he was lost a sheep and was trying to find it or anything like that when he stumbled upon this burning bush. But anyway, Moses' father-in-law went by two names, Jethro and Reuel. Okay, thus the one footnote there. Sinai, in Hebrew called Horeb. So that's what the footnotes are saying there. Anyway, so yeah, there's this weird burning bush that it's on fire, but it's not like, turning to ash or anything. So Moses decides he's got to take a look. Verse 4. When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called to him from the middle of the bush. "Moses, Moses." "Here I am," Moses replied. "Do not come any closer," the Lord warned. "Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. Footnote there reads fathers. So the Greek version pluralizes father there. But anyway. So now not only is the bush burning, but it's like talking to him. And it's God saying that he's on holy ground. So since people don't really see God visibly, Moses was afraid to look because he wasn't sure what would happen. Verse 7. Then the Lord told him, "I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile and spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. Look, the cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egyptians abuse them. Now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people Israel out of Egypt." So, as it was hinted at in one of the previous chapters, I think it was chapter 1, the people were understandably complaining about their situation and groaning under their hard labor and just general conditions. So, God is essentially telling Moses, I have heard the cries of my people. I want you to be the one to bring them out of Egypt. And as far as the litany of different people groups, that particular list is used a lot of times, which is part of the reason I was able to, sort of breeze through it, both now and previously when had been mentioned, or at least when those particular groups had been mentioned in Genesis and all that. But anyway, so let's just say I've had some practice reading those. Anyway, verse 11. But Moses protested to God, "Who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people Israel out of Egypt?" God answered, "I will be with you, and this is your sign that I am the one who has sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God at this very mountain." But Moses protested, "If I go to the people of Israel and tell them, 'The God of your ancestors has sent me to you,' they will ask me, 'What is his name?' Then what should I tell them?" So, Moses, first off, is skeptical of his own abilities to lead the people, or to even go to Pharaoh, because, he fled Egypt in part because he was worried about Pharaoh killing him. But we'll see why that's not so much an issue looking ahead. But God gives him an answer as far as that goes, says God will be with him. And then Moses is like, well, they're going to wonder the name of the God who sent me, so what should I tell them your name is? So then verse 14, God replied to Moses, "I am who I am. Say this to the people of Israel, 'I am has sent me to you.'" God also said to Moses, "Say this to the people of Israel, 'Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my eternal name, my name to remember for all generations." So, it's not entirely sure whether he's referring to "I am" or Yahweh when he says that that's his eternal name. But either way, God not only gives him an answer to his name, but he gives him kind of two answers, maybe? But anyway, So I guess the translation of the Hebrew is somewhat questionable. Rather than "I am who I am," it could be "I will be what I will be." Just with probably certain word tenses, it might be a little hard to directly translate that word for word. But most versions of the Bible will go with "I am who I am." Or you might hear "I am that I am," or something similar. But still, "I am" kind of being the name there. Footnote for Yahweh is a transliteration of the proper name that's all consonants. That's the thing. The Hebrew language doesn't have vowels, generally speaking. So, kind of difficult sometimes to come up with names that make sense in other languages. Sometimes it's rendered as Jehovah instead of Yahweh. But it's literally just four consonants there. So, in this translation, it's usually rendered as "the Lord." Note the use of small capitals. Yeah, so kind of the same thing going on there with the whole "I am," with it being like the name of God. Anytime you see that in the Bible, like either "the Lord" or "I am" or something like that, that's meant to be the name of God, you'll see it in all caps, sometimes in like a smaller font size, essentially. But anyway, So, I am slash Yahweh is the God who's sending Moses here. Verse 16. Now go and call together all the elders of Israel. Tell them, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has appeared to me. He told me, I have been watching closely, and I see how the Egyptians are treating you. I have promised to rescue you from your oppression in Egypt. I will lead you to a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. See, there's that list of people groups again. Anyway, the elders of Israel will accept your message. Then you and the elders must go to the king of Egypt and tell him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. So please let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness to offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. So God's plan for what Moses should say to the king of Egypt, aka Pharaoh, is basically to request that the Hebrews go out into the wilderness to worship God, with the implication that they would then come back. But anyway, then we get to verse 19. But I know that the king of Egypt will not let you go unless a mighty hand forces him. So I will raise my hand and strike the Egyptians, performing all kinds of miracles among them. Then at last he will let you go. And I will cause the Egyptians to look favorably on you. They will give you gifts when you go, so you will not leave empty-handed. Every Israelite woman will ask for articles of silver and gold and fine clothing from her Egyptian neighbors and from the foreign women in their houses. You will dress your sons and daughters with these, stripping the Egyptians of their wealth. Okay, so, I mean, the first part, it just generally makes sense. God knows people and, you know, how they operate, generally speaking. So, of course, he knows that just a simple request to go out on a 3-day journey to worship isn't going to be okay with Pharaoh. So God is already telling Moses he's personally going to, you know, bring some sort of misfortune upon the Egyptians. And after those happen, then Pharaoh's going to let them go. Causing the Egyptians to look favorably on you. I mean, sure. The whole giving them gifts, like, I mean, the way it's worded, it's like the Hebrews are going to request, you know, certain things to take with them, possibly, you know, for the journey. But because of all these things that they're going to get, the Egyptians are going to lose a significant amount of wealth, you know, giving away this silver and gold and clothing and all these things. I mean, keep in mind, to the best of our understanding, the Egyptians have, you know, a whole bunch of money on standby back from, you know, when the famine hit and, like, all sorts of people from all over the place were coming to Joseph, essentially, to get food. But anyway, mighty hand forces him. What footnote there says, as in Greek and Latin versions, Hebrew reads, will not let you go, not by a mighty hand. So, I think it's basically just another way of, you know, solidifying the point that, you know, Pharaoh's not going to let them go easily. So, yeah. Thus, all the different things that God's going to do to them I suppose the whole giving gifts might also make sense because after God does all these things in an effort to, get his people out of Egypt, I would imagine at least some of the Egyptians are going to realize, hey, there's something going on here that is, pushing these Hebrews out, is, trying to some sort of powerful otherworldly force is with them, so maybe in order to appease this force or God or whatever, that might be another motivation eventually for the gifts to be given. But this is all God projecting forward and saying what to Moses what's going to happen when he goes to Egypt and gathers some leaders and talks to Pharaoh. So anyway, that is going to do it for chapter 3. Okay. So there's my Bible reading kickoff to all of this. Let me go back to that little screen for now, and in a little bit here, I'm going to switch it over to some gaming stuff. But I need to move my setup a little bit, so I guess just give me a sec to make that whole transition. Gotta unmute the mic, Matt. Come on. Anyway. Alright, here we go. Gaming stuff. There was also 1 or 2 Darksiders videos that I recorded in between live streams. I think it was, well, it's not published yet on my channel, but I think it's gonna end up being the one where I fight the Wailing Host. I gotta say, I debated for a little bit on how to handle that upload and or the editing of it, because, when you defeat the Wailing Host, the little cutscene that shows afterward is a bit bloody. So I debated on trying to cover that up, but it kind of went in various places, and my editing is not so refined as of yet to, be able to, like, motion track all that. At least not without taking a lot of time and going, like, down near the frame level to, move the box that I would use like that. So, then I debated on, age restricting the video, but it didn't wind up being quite so bloody and gory that I thought it was worth all that trouble. Actually, all of my Darksiders 2 videos to this point have not been age restricted or flagged by YouTube or anything like that. So I thought, maybe I would take a chance at that just to keep it more consistent. Anyway, in terms of other stuff, I'll update you on that as I take care of, you know, recording video gameplay stuff for other upcoming Darksiders 2 videos. So, without further ado, I will get that rolling. Okay, so here we are back with some more Darksiders 2. In between videos, I don't think I did a whole lot in the way of equipment and all that. Other than, I'm pretty sure I sold a bunch of things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sold a lot of equipment and then used that money to buy a bunch of... I don't know if it'll show it here. I tried using that to buy a bunch of different, basically, techniques and things like that. So if that all holds true, I should... basically, you know, the trainer person, whoever that happens to be in each region, which it's this guy here, should have absolutely, yeah, no moves available. I spent that much money. Otherwise, I think I also spent a couple of skill points on the tree here. I basically upgraded Unstoppable a little bit, focusing primarily on that. So anyway, where we left things off, I believe I need to go back to the Tree of Life/Death. Oh, it's still tracking that, isn't it? Hang on a sec. Set active. Okay, yes. That's where I need to go. So, fast travel. Here we go. So yeah, last time around it basically... I mean, we're kind of done story-wise in, you know, the City of the Dead area. And now there should be another portal.
Not so fast, horseman. You're following me.
So I am. I will remain here at the tree, should you have need of me on your quest. And dust has a beak for more than corpses, horseman. Follow him, and you will find the key.
Follow dust, find the key? Can't be that easy, Grandfather.
You may be right, Dan. The future is a secret even I cannot keep.
Okay, so there's another portal thingy to go to. I think that's the one that leads back to the Forge Lands. So I think I need to go up here somewhere. Probably that one on the right. That's where the indicator says, so that's where I'm going. I realize I still haven't exactly side quested much around the City of the Dead, but oh well. I will definitely end up doing some of that if and when I find, you know, I'm having trouble with any particular bosses or anything. And maybe just randomly every once in a while to break things up. Hello.
I don't recognize this place. Where have you taken me?
This place is called Lost Light. It is an outpost, far beyond the gates of heaven. And it is here that the angels have hidden the key to the Well of Souls.
Why here? Why not the White City?
There are some amongst the angels who would use the key for their own purpose. So it was hidden here to safeguard it from their schemes. Or so they hoped.
The well has power over all life.
It does. Though I suspect there is more to your question. Go on, Ryder. Ask it.
The Four never knew of the well. Why was it kept from us?
For fear of what you may have done with that knowledge. The Nephilim could not be allowed to ravage creation any longer. They needed to stay dead.
Then the well can bring them back.
And so we get to the root of it. Yes, the well is the fount of all life. Angel, demon, mankind, even Nephilim. But from their blades they wrought chaos. And from that was born corruption. You were right to destroy them.
Okay, a little more backstory as well. Related to, you know, the Nephilim and the Well of Souls. Which it seems that's the main reason that we're here, to get to the Well of Souls. So yeah, not really a whole lot else to say regarding all that stuff. It looks like there's something way up there. I have no clue if that was actually supposed to be anything noteworthy or I don't know. Anyway. From a personal standpoint, I mean, you know, a few things have happened, I guess. Okay, so that's where Vulgrim's gonna be around here. I actually had an interview with a church for a youth director position. I'm not, I don't know. I'm leaning towards not accepting, even if they offer. In part because A, that would put a damper on some other things that I'm kind of sort of working on / in the early planning stages of. And there's honestly a number of similarities to another church that I worked at as a youth director that things didn't exactly go as I had hoped at that church. Oh, hello. What is this?
The book has more pages, and Vulgrim more keys.
Okay. So, by the way, yeah, those are the places that you unlock with the keys that Vulgrim gives. You know, I think I mentioned a few episodes ago that I turned in the first Book of the Dead chapter and got a key from Vulgrim. It opens that kind of thing, but in the Forged Lands. What is that? That looks like it's supposed to be something important. Maybe I'll find out later. Oh! Speaking of Book of the Dead pages, hey! Hey! Second chapter! Which means I'll get a key for something like that for the City of the Dead, I would imagine. Crystal Spire. And cutscene. Seemingly just to say that you're in for a fight. That didn't exactly go smoothly. But it could have been worse. Hello.
By Abaddon's eye, it is you. To me, quickly.
You said to you. I tried to go to you, and nothing happened. Ugh. Gotta say, some execution sure would be nice. Okay. Health potion. This is more so just there's too freaking many of them. Oh my gosh. No, thank you. Really don't want to die like that. Oh my gosh.
I need more
Oh, yes, please, come on. Execution. And that gives me health, right? Execution, yes, please. This is getting a little more intense than I had hoped for. Maybe I am due for a little side questing after this.
Welcome to Lost Light, Rider. From one warrior to another.
Do I know you?
I am Nathaniel. I fought beside you at the gates of Eden. Would have died were it not for your blades. But I'm not troubled that you don't recall me. Your thoughts that day were on killing Nephilim.
You're of the Hellguard.
I was. But I guard the light now. And the Archon. You'll find both in the Crystal Spire. But something tells me you are not here to glory in my master's radiance.
What gave that away?
What
How
about
did you come to leave the Hellguard?
Abaddon sent me here to watch over the Crystal Spire and the Archon. There is much at stake should the Spire fall.
What is this place?
An outpost. We call it Lost Light, for what we left behind in the White City. Here, we are closer to darkness. The Archon's that way, Horseman.
Perhaps I have other business.
If that business takes you to the kingdom of the dead, you would serve the light to deliver this scroll.
So,
What business have you in that land of corpses?
I seek an old friend, a lost soul. Where better to look? Take that scroll to the undead court. They may answer my
Undead
question.
Court. Does that mean I'd have to go to where the Lord of Bones is, maybe? I guess? I don't know. Anyway, so while I'm asking about
looking
stuff...
for a key.
I would guess that what you seek is no simple key. For that, you should consult the Archon. He sees much from the peak of his spire.
And what about the Arkham?
Who is this Archon?
Lucian is the head of the Scriptorium. Those angels who record all that he sees when he peers into the shadow. The Ivory Citadel holds their records, an archive vast beyond thinking.
Where is this citadel?
Lost beyond the mists. Pray your business never sends you there.
Trade?
I've decided
Okay.
there is more I could sell you.
So, that just opens up equipment possibilities. So I guess he's kind of my main person for this stuff. Kind of like Ostagoth was in the Realm of the Dead. That is actually pretty good, but that's not why I'm here.
The one who guards the throne.
So
He will have my answer.
since that's not exactly
Whatever you're here.
what I'm here for right now, I'm not going to take a whole lot of time to do that. Yeah. I know. I know about boatman coins. I assume I would have to go through that door to actually enter the spire. I'm curious if there's anything else kind of around the boundary here. Okay, so nothing really past there. So it would seem... I don't think that's supposed to be like that. I think the map texture kind of got glitched out there. Anything here, like a treasure chest or whatever? No. Fine. How about the opposite direction? Anything over here? Nothing obvious by that door. Treasure chest over by this door. I don't know why I got off the horse so soon, but oh well. Frazier. Hello, what be you? I don't exactly like the look of this. But if I could do that kind of stuff to him, then you know what? Maybe it's not so bad. Now, did they intentionally make it so those things wait until you open the chest, or was that just I don't know. Oh, look, a relic of Renegoth. Can't say I expected to find one of those here. I thought that was just a Realm of the Dead kind of thing. But no matter. It serves the same function. Oh yeah. Also found out what selling those does. And it... The type of relic... Like... Sorry, each type of relic has a slightly different reward for it. Alright. I guess I'll go up here. See what happens. It's not quite a long enough episode yet for me to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna end it. And I'd rather keep going along the storyline for the remainder of the episode. Okay. We have arrived at a higher floor. Corruption there bars me from getting to a particular climbing point. Kind of wishing I could ride up here, but oh well.
You will serve us!
Oh my gosh, come on.
Cleanse the way!
Good grief. There's a wrath potion. Which I guess I could use one and then gain one in order to... Whoa, there's a gap there. Which I guess I can cross in some way or another. Okay, now I'm on the other side. And more enemies, which I will immediately teleport slash. Because I need help. Pretty badly. Still need health pretty badly. Oh wait, I can't climb up anything while I have this. Dang it. Fine. So then how am I supposed to get that over to that other patch of corruption that I saw? Am I even supposed to? Or is there something further this way that they expect me to use it for? This seems like it's pretty much just the flip side of that same thing. I don't know. Oh, hello. There's a thing there. Hey. Yeah. And I guess eventually I'm gonna have to go back to, what's his name? The one construct dude. And turn those in. Now, can I grab that from here? Really doesn't seem like it. So, what the crap? How am I supposed to use this? Unless, wait, hold up. Just because I'm not in the Realm of the Dead doesn't mean I can't use Realm of the Dead strategies to do things. So I'm thinking I want to go maybe about here. Hopefully that is considered about halfway. Although, is it when the copies of death get too far from each other? No, it seems more so like it's when they get away from the statue. So with that in mind, I'm going to move the statue just a bit closer. So I can go over here and hopefully not be too far away. Grab the bomb. Switch copies. Okay, switch copies again. Target the other copy. Switch back to that. And hopefully now I can go far enough over this way to at least be able to target the corruption that needs to blow. That I need to blow up. The corruption that needs to go away by means of me blowing it up. Okay. Continuing further up. Now there's climby, viney stuff. Okay. I have made it up even further. To what end? Well, guess we're about to find out.
Out of the shadows and into the light. I see you, horseman. The things you have done.
I just
The
realized I
lives
didn't
you
have my
avenged.
face cam on like that entire time.
Why you are here.
Then you will give me the key.
I have guarded the key for centuries. It is mine, and I will not part with it lightly. Not now. Corruption spreads. In our city, in our hearts. Only I remain pure. A beacon against the darkness. Helpless to push it back.
We are not all helpless, Arkham.
Perhaps not. After the seals were broken, and Hell's legions loosed upon the earth, many divine relics were lost. One, the Rod of Arafel, could help reverse what has happened here. I dare not retrieve the rod myself. The gates to the White City are closed to any angel who visits Earth. But you are no angel. Acquire the rod, and I will clear a path into my citadel. There you will find the key to the Tree of Life. As for what you will find on Earth, after you face it, even you may curse the name of war.
Okay. So now I'm supposed to travel to Earth. Seemingly through that portal there. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. That seems kind of like it should do something. Maybe it eventually will. I don't know. But for now, I'm just gonna open up this chest here. Hey, a health potion. That's helpful. Anyway, so... Yes, I realize I'm supposed to go there and retrieve Rod of Arafel like that, but given my current slight struggles that I'm having, I might, you know, do a little side questing in the next episode recording. The question is, will I go back to wow, jeez, what's it called? Will I go back to the Forge Lands and try and use that key Volgrim gave me? That might be a good idea, because then I can also, you know, talk to the one dude about the stone bites and a bunch of stuff like that. The other possibility is going back to the Realm of the Dead, finding the deposed king and also seeing about that scroll that I was given. But anyway, one of those two will be coming up in the next one. Okay. Recording done. Nathaniel has asked you to assist him in uncovering the mysteries behind the fate of whose name the scroll bears. That just involves talking to Vulgrim, which I could actually do fairly easily. So I think I'll fast travel over by him. Let's see. Oh, and I also need to double check some equipment stuff. And okay, so I have 2 skill points. It said I leveled up, though. I'm level 19. If the only other skill points I gain are from leveling up, I want to save that for Reaper Storm here. So anyway, to the equipment that, ooh, increased execution chance, but having the health on execute, you know, it's not exactly. Alright, health on crit and wrath per kill, or health per kill. Honestly, it seems like either of those would be a little bit more helpful against the angels and such that I was just fighting. But also, these have lower defense. Like I would lose 100. Oh, man. Ugh. Like I would lose 100 points of defense. And also, these supposedly deal about 50 less damage per second. Definitely not using either of those. Possessed weapons are where it's at. So that one has critical chance and damage increased. That one doesn't really have. Like, everything seems to be lower if I use that one. Secondary weapon, that says 872, but maybe just because it's slow instead of fast. I don't know. Kind of hard to get a good read on that. That's got health on crit, but nothing else really would be worth it. So maybe since the possessed claws have a higher crit chance, no, dang it. Since the possessed claws have a higher crit chance, I wonder if maybe I'd be better off using these possessed scythes. So what? Guilt found and critical damage are higher with the current ones of those. There's high resistance there, but not much else. So yeah, these things. Anyway. Gonna talk to Vulgrim.
Over here. I have new items if you have the coin.
Gotta sell the Book of the Dead chapter. Yes. I get a bone key. Take this item to the Kingdom of the Dead tomb to unlock its many treasures. Okay. I could also be doing some stuff in the Crucible But with these, with the stone bites, I am still leaning towards going to going back to the Forge Lands. But yeah, bone key versus, well, they're both bone keys. It's just the blue one is for the realm of the dead. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the tree. Man, I don't know why the heck I'm yawning so much. I mean, yeah, I feel a little tired. Don't know why. Alright, back to the tree. So I think this... Where's this one gonna lead me? Forge Lands, okay. That is where I think I want to go. And then, is there... There's no, like, easy way to teleport to the... You know. Oh, Blackroot. That's the guy. Yeah. Also, I missed a treasure chest there? Do what? Okay, so maybe I'll... Can't fast travel to the chest, but I could fast travel to the fjord and then try and find the chest from there and, you know. Do-do-do. I gotta make sure I don't pass it up by mistake, though. Oh, right. Because I leveled up, I'm at full health now. So I have no particular need to fight these dudes. Although, they're higher leveled than they were before. So it definitely could still be worth it. How does one obtain this treasure chest here? Also, is that... no. That is not a stone bite for me to shoot. Uh-huh. Whoa, hello. Oh, come on. I pressed dodge, dang it. That wasn't too bad. Maybe should have tried a little harder to heal, but meh. Okay, so now I'm up here. And I can go this way to get a chest. Okay, never mind. It's not so simple, apparently. Is that chest up higher or down lower? That's the question. Aha, I can swing across here. Okay. And Well, there's one treasure. Not bad. But where is the other? Oh, okay. I see it. And yeah, it's definitely down lower. Can I just get to it like this? Seemingly yes. Okay then. Health potion. I actually need one of those. Fancy that. Okay, so that takes care of the chests. But I saw corruption over this way, and I'm curious. Oh, come on now. I'm still not exactly trying real hard to heal, am I? I probably should be trying a bit harder than this, but whatever. That shock damage, whatever. That, ooh, hello. A little more experience, lower wrath cost, increased resistance, lower defense, and no extra crit damage or strength, but still, I might take that trade-off. Mostly because extra experience. And even more experience. And more guilt found. Plus strength, plus defense. Only thing going down is arcane critical damage. So I'll equip that. Hey. Alrighty. What was I actually doing? I don't know. How do I get over there? Oh, do I need... I need to swim that way, don't I? I'm doing way more world exploring than I thought I would do. You know what? It's okay. I'm not recording this as part of a regular video anyway. It still doesn't seem like I'll be able to get over to that side. No. Not really. Any sort of platform or anything I could jump up onto? I'm not seeing anything. Hidden pathway under the water? Maybe. Seemingly not. But there is a boatman coin. Can trade those in for something next time I talk to Volgrim. Okay, but for real, how am I supposed to get over there? I can't just, like, grab onto something. I already tried jumping. Well, perhaps that will be for another time. I may be in a bit of an exploring mood, but I don't have all day. Okay. Big dude's down. Yeah, those guys I don't really need to go out of my way to fight. Blackroot is up there. That's right. Kinda half the reason I came up here to begin with. I need redemption. Bam. Stone of Mystics. Okay.
Perhaps you would be kind enough to feed me.
These are for you.
Where did you find these?
Get those stones. Yes. Oh, that's just a permanent stat boost. Okay. I suppose I may want to actually include this in a recording, just so I can, you know, not exclude people from being aware of this. Okay, so let me back out of that real quick. Da-da-da. And let's record now. Alright, here we are, back with some more Darksiders 2.
Right.
You find me here with Blackroot in the Forge Lands because
Perhaps you would be kind enough.
I wanted to show you all what happens when you talk to him.
Dinner is served.
So, you can trade the stones you find, and
Delicious.
you get stat bonuses from them, apparently. So I guess those ones are giving me more arcane. If I trade in 3 of those ones, I get more strength. More arcane there. Can I trade... Hold up.
You're right.
I have more stones.
I can feel my strength returning.
Can I trade 2 different types? Arcane critical chance plus 2%. Interesting. Anyway. Oh, shoot. Also, now that I figured out I can just grab those, let me, whatever. Did a little bit of equipment swapping in between episodes because I got some stuff that gives more experience, and that one also reduces wrath cost. There's still another treasure chest there that I haven't gotten. Oh, right. Because there's a thing out here on the water, and I couldn't quite figure out how to manage that. But, whatever. I think for the moment, I am going to go back to Vulgrim, probably. Because I could get some more equipment from him. I also talked with him in between episodes. I think it was in between episodes. And, turned in another Book of the Dead chapter, which gave me, the bone key for the Realm of the Dead.
Come closer. I have new items.
Okay.
If you have...
I would like to purchase an ornate box. Yes. Okay. Defense, arcane critical damage, strength and resistance. I'm still probably not going to use that because no experience. So, while I am here, real quick. Yeah, no. So, I know the Nook is there, and there's the Lost Temple. I thought somewhere in between there, maybe, was the, what's it called? The like, tomb place or whatever it is where you use the key. But maybe not. Actually, does it say anything about that when you look at the item description or whatever? To the Forged Lance tomb. That's all it really says. I'm pretty sure the tomb was over in this direction. Maybe instead of fast traveling there, I'll just normal travel there. It also seems to me that enemies in this area are higher leveled than before. Yeah, definitely higher leveled than before. Ow. Okay. But those guys still aren't really all that much trouble to deal with. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time fighting. Where is the tomb thingy? Hey! Boom. Another stone bite. That almost looks like treasure up there. But anyway. Where is the tomb? Where is the tomb? Okay. I have a feeling it is somewhere in this general direction. I forget if it's like more past the Nook or even kind of in the Nook or what. But I'm pretty sure it's somewhere kind of over this way. Really? Great. I went to look at the one menu thing and the game froze on me. Jeez, to the point of, like, freezing the entire daggum system. Okay. Well, that's different. Hello. In the chat. Well, this was rather unexpected. I don't know what just happened there. Also, definitely gonna stop my little recording that I'm doing partway through. Where am I from? Well, I mean, I'm living in Texas right now. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, but yeah, living in Texas, so I had to deal with a lot of heat recently. Yeah, you know, Texas, southern U.S. From Turkey. Okay. Think that's a new one. I don't know for sure that I've had any viewers. I definitely don't think I've had anybody in the chat before that's been from Turkey. Anyway, real quick, because you don't need to see everything that my Xbox is doing in the meantime. Yeah. That would make some sense that you don't exactly speak English. Alright, let's see if I can get back to Darksiders 2 like I was actually trying to do before my Xbox just suddenly crashed. Ugh, man. Well, in any case, nice of you to stop by. Sorry, I was in the middle of I was in the middle of playing Darksiders 2 and my Xbox just froze. And no, unfortunately, I don't really know Turkish. I know even like less than a little. I don't think I can even remember how to say hello in Turkish. Hold up, my Xbox says I'm offline. Hang on. Nothing else is indicating. Anyway. Can you get advice? Not sure what you need advice on, but I can try. Recommendation. On what? Elden Ring. I have not played Elden Ring myself, but I've seen a couple of people play it. Specifically, I think I've seen Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie playing Elden Ring. But what's your question? You're wondering if you should play it on your channel, or what's your question? Okay. Oh. Gotcha. You're okay. I maybe I don't know. I don't play. I don't usually play the newest games. Mostly because I don't usually feel like buying them when they're brand new. I mean, from what I've seen, like, Elden Ring would probably be the best Soulsborne type of game for me to play. You know, better than Dark Souls or Bloodborne or those kinds of games. Just because it seems like it's the most open to, like, different play styles. But yeah, if I was going to play one of those on my channel, it would probably be Elden Ring first. However, I'm already in the middle of going through Darksiders 2. I had a friend of mine recommend playing Outlast, and really I wanted to go through the whole Darksiders game series. So if I do play Elden Ring, it's probably going to be a while. Not because it looks like a bad game or anything like that, just because I have others that, you know, I have other games that I'm already wanting to play. No, don't exit save selection. Anyway, okay, let's see if Darksiders 2 will actually work for me now. Back to Xbox and what I'm doing here. Yeah. I don't even have Elden Ring right now anyway, so I definitely couldn't play it at this exact moment. Am I supposed to be going this way? I honestly do not remember what I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to get to the one place I'm trying to get to. Okay, I remember this though. Okay. Well, might as well see what's here. Alright. So let's see what this place has in store for me. This is not even what I planned on doing right now. I was trying to find the tomb. Epic music change has me worried. Okay. So I can grab onto that, sure. Oh! This is Bathier. Okay. Nope. Didn't want to fall all the way down. Jeez, come on. This is one of those battles that's a little unusual. Anyway, thanks, Sonati, or however your name is pronounced, for being in chat for a bit. Nope. Not doing real great with this so far, gotta say. No. Move away. Okay. Ow. Did not expect the tail hit for some reason. And that just knocked me off the edge. I don't like that. Oh, really? And every time I get knocked off the edge, the fight kind of gets put on pause. Well, this was not the side quest I anticipated, but now I'm kind of invested, so might as well go for it, I guess. So it doesn't necessarily stop all the way. Yeah, I know my health is kind of low. That's why I use teleport slash. Come on. There we go. Okay. Bather's dead. Anyway. Hello to everybody just watching this on YouTube in a regular video. Didn't mean to just randomly bring you in on this. What the heck? It's like it changed a bunch of my settings too. That's weird. Hang on a sec. Auto collect, yeah. So, anyway, I was trying to record a video, and then, my Xbox just crapped out on me. Or maybe it was just the game froze everything up. What I tried to record before was talking with Blackroot and turning in stone bites and showing you what that does, which essentially just boosts your stats depending on the combination of stone bites you turn in. Oh, right. Is this even where I need to be going? I don't know. I was trying to find the tomb in the Forge Lands here. Also, chests. There's an indication of chests over that way, but I have no clue how to get to them. Oh well. Maybe some other time. That looks kind of new. What do I get from going up here? Oh. A Book of the Dead page. You know, now that I think about it, I think it was probably after the Nook. I think it was probably in between the Nook and the next place on the map that, you know, I actually... What does Bathyr's Fire do? Enchanted blades fuse themselves with their own with her own attributes. Previous owner is unknown, but the blade's craftsmanship is unequaled, allowing it to sever with the utmost precision and savagery while burning flesh from bone. So it seems like just lots of burning stuff, probably. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get to where I use the bone key here. And I think maybe it's between the Nook and the Lost Temple. I don't know. Anyway. I did also talk to Volgrim and get a key for the other... for another tomb that's in the realm of the dead instead of in the Forge Lands. Also, I guess... So, all I need to do with that now is go back to Thane and tell him I've killed Baethir. I assume that's how that's pronounced. I seem to recall that's how it was pronounced. Alrighty, so what's in this tomb thingy here? Is it just treasure? Is there going to be a fight? Okay, well, without even opening anything, there's money. Well, I do need a little bit of health, so I'll use a health potion and pick up that health potion. Another potion. That one I don't need. Well, whatever. I'll pick up as many as I can, I guess. And equipment from these things. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to trade in. Or to sell, more accurately. Wrath potion. I could use some wrath as well. Good grief. So this seems like it's just a big treasure room, which I am fine with. I really just wanted to do a little bit of side questing while, you know, trying to level up a bit. Okay. Seems to be all that that tomb has to offer me. So with that, I'll check on that stuff later. So since I've found and killed Baethir, I'm gonna go back and talk to Thane about that. See what I get from it. See, it was kind of weird how... I mean, I've had the game freeze and do weird stuff a little bit before. I don't think I've ever had it so bad to the point where it froze up my entire Xbox, though. Alright.
Baethir will trouble you no longer.
Then an age of blood and claw has ended. But you still have more to prove. That you survived this trial is a sign of your power. And that your wounds lie deeper than flesh.
He still has no moves available. Okay. So what other side quests can I do while I'm here? I suppose there's trying to kill Gorewood, or there's also... Oh, wait, no. That... In Tristone, you asked the warden about others like... Oh, Orin, right. I could try to find Orin. Let's go to the overworld map, set that as active, see if it gives me sort of a waypoint of roughly where that would be. Not seeing anything for Orin. Oh. Way back there. Which will lead me past that chest anyway. So I guess I fast travel to the fjord. That's about as close as I can get. Alrighty. So it seemed like I need to go along the water here. That also gives me an excuse to talk about what I saw over here. So there is a treasure chest over this way, along with some corruption that may hide more stuff. I'm not quite sure how to get up to that, though. That's kind of my issue with, you know, that particular thing. But whatever. Not a high priority at the moment. That's something I may try and do, like, in between episodes at some point if I can. Oh, there's, like, an actual dungeon-y looking area back here, along with that opening. What is this? Oh, Volgrim. Again.
Over here.
Didn't realize there was another Volgrim location to be found. Okay. And what is this way? If I go up here... That... Aha! Okay. So that leads me to one treasure. Can't really go through there. There's corruption blocking whatever's in the corner there. But I currently see no means of removing said corruption. Oh, wait, that was where I just came from. Never mind. Back down. Is there more that I could do here? Okay, so there's more corruption. Clearly there's got to be some way to get rid of that. Thought maybe there'd be at least something in the water there. Turns out no.
Come closer. See what Volgrim has.
Maybe another time, Volgrim. For now, I'm headed over here. And that would appear to be Orin.
Who disturbs my sleep? A fleshling in a forge lands. You have the look of neither angel nor demon. When last I were they were the children of creation. Your kind, I do not recognize.
How long have you been sleeping?
How long? That I do not know. But I seem to be half my normal stature. With construct sleep, the stone wonders. Perhaps you might find my wayward self and return it to me.
How can I do that?
Take this.
Orin's Heartstone Fragment. I think you must reanimate his body parts to make him whole again. Okay.
peacefully to awaken the old stone and remind it of life.
What should I call you?
Aura is what I was called in flesh, but in stone, I have no name.
Okay. More side quests revealed. Yay. Alright. That seems like it might be the extent of what I can do over this way at the moment. Unless I missed something over near either of the treasure chests that I have been sort of unable to get to. Lots of equipment. Once again, we'll take a look at that later. So the other side quest would seem to be, at least in the Forge Lands, would be finding and killing Gorewood. So let's see if I can find him. Already killed Bathir. Question is, where would I be most likely to find Gorewood? These, I'm pretty sure, were just pieces of the Guardian. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. It would really help if I knew where Gorewood was. I suppose maybe I could look it up if I really get stuck. There's definitely something hiding back here. Like, I can see...
This isn't working.
If I split my soul, no, that doesn't do it. Nope. Okay, whatever's going on with the thing back there, I don't think I can actually do it yet. So is that why I can't find Gorewood? Seems like at least some kind of possibility. At least it makes sense to me. No, don't want to go there. Oh, wait. Is that where I want... I don't know. There we go. I'm like, I know I don't want to talk with Vulgrim right now. You see, at first I would have thought with a name like Gorewood, you know, emphasis on the wood part, that he would be found in a place like Bane's Wood. That also has wood in the name. You know? That's just me. Hey, there we go. Coin. And stone bite thingy. Hiya.
This is no place for a horse.
Okay. How about now? Alright, well, it seems like I will not be finding Gorewood this way. And with that being the case, I might just, fast travel back to the tree. And actually, you know what? As kind of random as this particular recording has been, it seems like this might be a good enough way to end it. Why is fast travel currently unavailable? Is it because I'm on the horse? I mean, I guess that would make a little bit of sense if that was the case. Alright, well, once I get to a seemingly reasonable place to get off of the horse. What? Is there anything over here? Really? Oh, hello, there's treasure. Okay. Sure. Treasure. Oh, how kind of you to wait for me to open the treasure chest before attacking me. Alrighty then. Maybe now I can fast travel? But I guess maybe I shouldn't fast travel straight to the tree. Well, I suppose in terms of shop stuff, I can just talk to Ostagoth in the Realm of the Dead about that. So, anyway. Alright. Enough for that particular recording, I guess. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go into my files here, find the recording that was cut short by the game freezing, and just delete that, because I really don't need to keep that at all. Anyway, so I want to go back to the Kingdom of the Dead. Okay. So I could you know what, let's focus on the lost soul first. Which, yeah, it seems like I need to just go to the... Oh, I gotta talk to the Chancellor about that. Gotcha. Okay, well, anyway. I'm gonna try talking to Ostagoth. Turn in a relic.
The road calls to us both. Perhaps we will meet again. All new items from lands near and far.
Alright. I want to sell. This. Relic of Renegoth. Which gives me health and wrath points. Okay. And then I suppose I could also look for the tomb around here, but whatever. Okay, tell you what. I do think I need a little bit of a break from this for the moment. I'm gonna step away for just a few minutes, and I think I'm also gonna come back and do a little bit more Bible reading, just so, you know, the stuff that I have prepared isn't so one-sided. I realize some of my streams tend to lean more on the gaming end of things, just because that's an easier type of video on my throat, my voice. So, the thing is, then it totally throws off the balance of what I have, and I don't necessarily want to just have so much gaming stuff in the backlog that I'm not, you know, getting through the, you know, the Bible reading videos that I'm trying to do. So, anyway, give me a sec. Well, give me a few minutes, and then I will return. Okay. Back at it again. Like I said, I'm going to be doing another chapter of Bible reading, and then, depending on how I feel after that, might do just a little more Darksiders before calling it a day, eating dinner, and just doing some other things for the evening. But I think if I do that, then if I get this Exodus recording and then also Darksiders, one more Darksiders video, then I'll have enough for the whole next week of video content beyond what I already have done. So anyway, well, I guess a 5th video wouldn't really be necessary for that. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Let me stop babbling on about stuff and go back to this. Good, it still works, even though I technically changed the page. Alrighty. So here we go. Alright. So we are at Exodus 4 this time, and partially because of how this starts off, I figure I might need to say what happened in chapter 3. So, Moses is in Midian, tending his father-in-law's sheep. He goes out into the wilderness quite a ways and finds a burning bush that, despite being on fire, isn't, like, consumed by the flames. Curious, he gets close to it, talks to God, who calls out from the burning bush, and God basically says, all right, I am planning to free my people from their slavery in Egypt, and you're going to be the one to help me do it. And he lays out, you know, a plan to go talk with Pharaoh and all that stuff. So then we come to chapter 4. And with that, here we go. But Moses protested again. What if they won't believe me or listen to me? What if they say, the Lord never appeared to you? Then the Lord asked him, what is that in your hand? A shepherd's staff, Moses replied. Throw it down on the ground, the Lord told him. So Moses threw down the staff, and it turned into a snake. Moses jumped back. Then the Lord told him, reach out and grab its tail. So Moses reached out and grabbed it, and it turned back into a shepherd's staff in his hand. Perform this sign, the Lord told him. Then they will believe that the Lord, the God of their ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, really has appeared to you. So Moses is continuing to come up with excuses for, you know, why he shouldn't go talk to Pharaoh and, you know, free the Hebrews. But God keeps coming up with responses that are just like, here, let me show you something. See that? Yeah, your excuse doesn't cut it. I can make up for your excuse, all right? So, verse 6. Then the Lord said to Moses, now put your hand inside of your cloak. So Moses put his hand inside his cloak, and when he took it out again, his hand was white as snow with a severe skin disease. Now put your hand back into your cloak, the Lord said. So Moses put his hand back in, and when he took it out again, it was as healthy as the rest of his body. The Lord said to Moses, if they do not believe you and are not convinced by the first miraculous sign, they will be convinced by the second sign. And if they don't believe you or listen to you even after these two signs, Then take some water from the Nile River and pour it out on the dry ground. When you do, the water from the Nile will turn to blood on the ground. So, this whole time Moses has been like, well, what if they don't believe me? What if they don't think that you're the one who sent me? And God has now given Moses 3 different signs to perform to basically prove to the Israelites, the Hebrews, whatever you want to call them, to prove that, yes, he is coming, you know, he was sent by God and he's coming to help them. Real quick, instead of a severe skin disease, it could be with leprosy. The Hebrew word used here can describe various skin diseases. I'm pretty sure I've read a translation or two of the Bible where it says leprosy instead of just a skin disease. But, point is, Moses put his hand in his cloak, took it out, and it was diseased. And then put it back in again, and it was fine. But, so Moses now has the staff turning into a serpent, the withered hand or diseased hand, whatever you want to call it, and water from the Nile turning into blood that he can demonstrate to the people that he's, you know, from God, or that God has sent him. Anyway, then we get to verse 10. But Moses pleaded with the Lord, "O Lord, I'm not very good with words. I never have been, and I'm not now, even though you have spoken to me. I get tongue-tied, and my words get tangled." Then the Lord asked Moses, "Who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak, hear or do not hear, see or do not see? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go. I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you what to say." So this is that scene in The Prince of Egypt with, like, just the epic voice of God being all like, "Who made man's mouth?" It sounds way more epic there than I made it sound just now, but still, Moses, again, is coming up with an excuse of, well, I'm not really good at speaking. And God's like, I gave you the ability to speak in the first place. Who are you to question me as to whether or not you're able to speak to these people and tell them what I am saying to you? Then verse 13. But Moses again pleaded, "Lord, please send anyone else." Then the Lord became angry with Moses. "All right," he said, "what about your brother, Aaron the Levite? I know he speaks well. And look, he's on his way to meet you now. He will be delighted to see you. Talk to him and put the words in his mouth. I will be with both of you as you speak, and I will instruct you both in what to do. Aaron will be your spokesman to the people. He will be your mouthpiece, and you will stand in the place of God for him, telling him what to say. And take your shepherd's staff with you, and use it to perform the miraculous signs I have shown you." So, Moses, once again, continues making excuses. That sounds like us sometimes. Even when it seems pretty apparent that, you know, God wants us to do something, if it's not something that is within our comfort zone, we make so many excuses to just try not to do it. But God keeps coming up with ways to, you know, make up for that. In this case with Moses, he's like, okay, fine. You don't think you can speak very well in a way that'll convince the people to listen, then You talk to Aaron. Aaron's good with words. You could tell him what I've told you, and then he'll say it in a way that the people, will understand and get behind. Anyway, verse 18. So Moses went back home to Jethro, his father-in-law. Please let me return to my relatives in Egypt, Moses said. I don't even know if they are still alive. Go in peace, Jethro replied. Before Moses left Midian, the Lord said to him, Return to Egypt, for all those who wanted to kill you have died. So Moses took his wife and sons, put them on a donkey, and headed back for the land of Egypt. In his hand he carried the staff of God. I assume it's just called the staff of God there because it was the one that, was used to perform the whole snake transformation thing. Although, probably as this is being written, many other things have been done with said staff. Many other miraculous things have been done using that staff. So that could also be why it's, called the staff of God. So God had basically told him to go back to Egypt because it was safe. Well, he told Moses it was safe to go back. Like, okay, I said I wanted you to go talk to Pharaoh. It's safe now. Go ahead. And so then Moses asks to go. Jethro's fine with it. And he heads on his way. Verse 21. And the Lord said to Moses, When you arrive back in Egypt, go to Pharaoh and perform all the miracles I have empowered you to do. But I will harden his heart so he will refuse to let the people go. Then you will tell him, This is what the Lord says. Israel is my firstborn son. I commanded you, let my son go so he can worship me. But since you have refused, I will now kill your firstborn son. It's hinting at things to come. Again. Had another thought there for a second, but kind of lost it. So whatever. Moving on. On the way to Egypt, at a place where Moses and his family had stopped for the night, the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. But Moses' wife Zipporah took a flint knife and circumcised her son. She touched his feet with the foreskin and said, Now you are a bridegroom of blood to me. When she said a bridegroom of blood, she was referring to the circumcision. After that, the Lord left him alone. Okay, this part confuses me. Because God's telling Moses to go to Egypt and do these things. But then on the way... Okay, so it says the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. So maybe there was another whole, kind of, argument back and forth of, whether or not Moses should be the one to help free God's people. Or it could have something to do with the fact that Moses' son, through Zipporah, was not circumcised. Or something like that. Anyway. Also, this is, yeah. This is something that you'll see in a number of Bibles. They'll use the word feet occasionally to possibly actually refer to another male body part. I guess maybe it's something with the original Hebrew word. But anyway. So, yeah, it's a little unclear why exactly God would have wanted to kill Moses here. But, I mean, those are the most logical conclusions I can come up with. Either that, you know, Moses was trying to back out of talking to Pharaoh or something like that, and God was just so frustrated with him that he was like, all right, fine, if you're not going to do it, then what good are you, Smite? But there's also the possibility of, you know, the son not being circumcised and thus, you know, doing that. And when it says she touched his feet, is it referring to the son's or to Moses's feet? I don't know. I'm sure there's, you know, an accurate way to read that and understand it. I'm just not 100% sure what the best way to read that is. But anyway, point is, he was about to die, but essentially Zipporah wound up saving Moses. Alright, verse 27. Now the Lord had said to Aaron, "Go out into the wilderness to meet Moses." So Aaron went and met Moses at the mountain of God, and he embraced him. Moses then told Aaron everything the Lord had commanded him to say, and he told him about the miraculous signs the Lord had commanded him to perform. Then Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt and called all the elders of Israel together. Aaron told him everything the Lord had said to Moses. Aaron told them everything the Lord had said to Moses. And Moses performed the miraculous signs as they watched. Then the people of Israel were convinced that the Lord had sent Moses and Aaron. When they heard that the Lord was concerned about them and had seen their misery, they bowed down and worshipped. So Moses and Aaron meet up. Moses explains to Aaron what God has told him. And, you know, Aaron, being a Levite, probably already had some standing within the Israelites. So, I don't know if being a Levite was anything special as of yet. I know eventually it is, but anyway. Point being, I think, you know, Aaron being more familiar to the rest of the Israelites and their leaders might have been able to help convince them a little bit more that it was that he and Moses were in fact being sent by God to rescue them and bring them out of Egypt. So, anyway, that is it for chapter 4. And you know what? I think I may I think I might do one more Darksiders video. And then I will call it a stream, leave it at that. Get myself some dinner and do some other things with my evening. But anyway, gotta switch my setup back a little bit. I mean, really all that I do when I'm making that transition is move my microphone over a bit. Mostly because I end up moving my camera from kind of near the center of the table, right in front of my computer screen, over here to the corner of the table, because then it's a little more in between me and the TV screen, which is far more relevant when I'm, you know, playing video games. And I'm also not having to, like, you know, turn like this every time that I want to look at the camera while I'm playing the game. That makes it darn near, well, it makes it so that the TV screen is pretty much just in my peripheral vision if I do that. Whereas, like, even if I want to look at, you know, the stream and see how it's doing, if I've got the camera here, I just have to take a quick look over that way. And anyway, so back to Darksiders. Actually, now that I think about it, before I get into any actually recording anything, I have some equipment to look at and see if I want to keep it. None of these sides are any better overall than the possessed ones, in my opinion. That's the closest. And lots of secondary weapons, good grief. High damage there, but not really much else. Again, I'm losing more than I gain with equipping a lot of those. So I think I'd rather just stick with what I have. That would give me extra guilt, but not much else. Guilt and arcane. Ooh, 8% experience. Extra critical damage. Some arcane. I would lose strength. And about 30 points of defense. But the critical damage goes up, and arcane, and experience, which again, experience is the main thing that I... Oh, that's a very different look. Huh. Sure, whatever. Anything worthwhile over here? No experience, though. And with my other stats generally going up for other reasons, I mean, I don't really see it as being terribly worthwhile to keep other things like that. So I think I am going to basically sell off a bunch of that stuff to Ostagoth here.
Fair price.
Though maybe I should think about keeping some of these in case I get more possessed weapons. I don't know. It's been a little while.
Yes.
Whatever. Holy cow. So much money. Nah.
Fair price.
Okay. I now have 457,000 guilt. Good grief. Anyway.
Salutations, fellow wanderer.
Okay. And now I think I'm ready to actually get to recording stuff here. Blah. Okay. back to Darksiders 2 stuff. You find me in the City of the Dead. Because I just kind of figured that's where I would go next. Mostly because I need to talk to the Chancellor about the scroll Nathaniel gave me.
Death. It's always such a pleasure. Let's get this over with before I do something we both regret. The soul you seek never passed through this court. You're certain? Oh, yes. I would have relished receiving a soul of this magnitude in our kingdom. I don't recognize the name on the scroll. It is one more ancient than the Nephilim, belonging to a person you are quite familiar with. But alas, he now bears another name. Enlighten me. Where's the pleasure in that? Don't have time for this. It is a pity you are so ill-tempered. There is much we could do for one another. And the reward would be considerable.
Oh, really? Considerable reward, you say?
You need only investigate rumors that spread even now through the plains of the dead. Of a labyrinth most ancient, stealing unwary souls from our dread lord. You mean the Arbiter's maze? This is not just about mazes. The Soul Arbiter is an enemy of the throne, long thought vanquished. Before he disappeared, he took something the king is eager to possess. No doubt, this maze guards it. Find the Soul Arbiter and return his prize.
Okay. Help you with a rumor.
Listen to gossip. Find the Arbiter's maze, return to me, and I won't have to.
Okay. So, that's another side quest thing that's available now. So the question now is, which side quest do I want to prioritize? That just involves going back to Nathaniel. I can do that whenever I actually feel like going back to Lost Light. Investigate the Soul Arbiter's maze, or maybe I can find and kill the deposed king? Also, is this going to show anything that would indicate where that one tomb might be? No. Judicator's tomb, Phariseer's, okay, whatever. I will try to go find and kill the deposed king. And perhaps along the way, I'll look around for that, for the tomb that has the treasure stuff. Which, was that? Was that recording part of? Yeah, I think, sorry. Thinking to myself a bit, or thinking out loud. While my thought wasn't fully formed yet. But anyway, I think that tomb was in the previous episode recording. That's got me headed to the Gilded Arena. I don't want to go to the Gilded Arena. Alright, fine, you know what? I'll just fast travel to the lair of the deposed king then. But anyway, the tomb in the Forge Lands that had a bunch of treasure and stuff. There's another one here in the Realm of the Dead that I'm not entirely sure I've found yet. But, oh well. I can do that basically anytime. Well, anytime I'm able to find the tomb, anyway. Lair of the Deposed King. There's more stuff further down. Why is there always more stuff further down? And there's another door. And even further down. Good grief. Okay. I don't want to go all the way down to the bottom just to start things off. So, let's see what's here. This looks familiar. Okay. There's a locked door there. So I've been here before. At least that's the impression I get. It doesn't look really familiar, though. Okay. Oh, scarab. Multiple scarabs, of course, because there's never just one scarab. Okay, so maybe this is just the regular lair of the Deposed King, and I'm just, I don't know, anyway, Relic of Etugoth. Which, by the way, in case you missed it, I turn those into Ostrogoth and basically get stat boosts. Which is also what happens when you turn the stone bites into, there's definitely a thing there. Huh. That's also what happens when you turn the stone bites into, Blackroot. Except with Blackroot, you can, like, customize certain combinations of the stone bites, basically, that would potentially give you, you know, a different stat boost depending on the particular combination you use. Anyway, I gotta remind myself which possessed sides I have equipped right now. Right. Wrath per kill and health on crit. Gotcha. So I really, especially against smaller enemies, should not be afraid to use Wrath. Although I don't particularly need to, because I think now my health is at max. Okay. Over here now. More treasure. And I seem to have come to the end of this path. Why would there be a thing there for you to grab onto? Seems like it's completely unnecessary. Also, I have not found a skeleton key. Where might that be? Possibly on a lower floor? But if that's the case, then how am I supposed to get back up? Like this. Oh. Or I could go over that way. I am curious. What is over here? Need to go up. And what have we here? Oh, yeah. Soul Arbiter's Sacred Scroll. That's... Are they all considered sacred scrolls, or is it just the ones that have, like, the secrets that are called sacred scrolls? I don't know. Okay, so it seems that that is all I can currently do on this floor. Which means I need to go down lower. Alright. Next floor down, what do we got? That seems more of a... well... yeah, I'll give it a shot, see what happens. I think that one beam down there is one that I can, you know, come to rest upon. Okay. Alrighty. That leads me over this way towards the treasure chest. Let's see what it holds. Ooh. That kind of design, it might have a skeleton key. Now the question is, on which door should I be using that? Well, it seems like there might only be one possibility. Whoa, hello. Whew. Glad that beam is there. But then that makes me curious about what's on the lower floor here. Maybe it just wasn't showing it on the map, because I haven't been to it yet. Oh! Okay! That would be the tomb that I was looking for. Ha ha ha. I wondered if I would possibly be able to find this. Why? Well, dang. Fighting the dudes because why not? Okay then. Oh yeah. Isn't there... yeah, okay. So I don't necessarily have to start with the X attack when dashing like that. Ta-da! Treasure room thingy. This can be moved. But to where? I'm gonna take a look at this other stuff that's real obvious first. Ah! Possessed weapon! Okay, that statue can also be moved. Oh, okay. I think I see what's up. I think I just pull these out so then I can get to the treasure that lies behind them. Yeah! Demon Heart Talisman. Talisman is the heart of a demon lord, one of Lilith's rivals who ran afoul of her fury. Now his once ambitious heart rewards whoever holds it by infusing common items with devouring spirits, increasing their value. That sounds almost like it can treat non-possessed weapons as possessed. Okay, this one apparently I have to actually physically drag, and I can't just, you know, death grip it. Do I need health right now? No. Do I need wrath right now? No. Okay. Well, that was fun. Now, back to what I was initially trying to do. Which was find and kill the deposed king. So that was the bottom floor of his lair, essentially. Now I gotta go all the way back up to the top floor. Or what I would consider the main floor, at least. Because I got a skeleton key that I can now use to open the one door here. Da-da-da. Kind of wonder why that one area is blocked off, but whatever. Alright, so drop down here. Oh, you dudes are back. I don't know, the execution was there, so I just figured I'd do it anyway. Alright, and what lies behind this door? It looks like an elevator. Great. And what have we here? That seems to just be the other side of this gate thing. Oh, so now I can... Now I can just go directly through there and I don't have to go around. Going down. For some reason I thought it would go up. Well, hello, ice dudes. Lots of ice dudes. You know what? Boom. Just to make sure I'm at full health. Okay. Those dudes are dead. Anyone else? Not unless I choose to fight them. Which I'm not convinced that I want to. Them crits, though. And I assume over in this direction is the deposed king. I was trying to get a peek around him to see if I could just go straight for the treasure. The answer is no. Whoa, hello. What the? Really? Oh, come on. Dang, he's not very easy to read when he does that. Oh, come on, I dodged. What the heck? Why, though? God, dang it. How am I supposed to avoid getting hit by that? Oh, come on. Okay. How? Come on, really? No, that's a load of crap. I'm sorry. There is no way that that strike should have that kind of horizontal range. Or, like, splash damage or whatever you want to call it. No. I'm sorry, but I find that ridiculous. Is it just a matter of me dodging too soon that is getting me hit by it? I don't know. But I think it's kind of dumb. See, what the... There is no way that that should be hitting me. That is completely bogus. Okay. So I can't just attack him whenever I feel like it. Again, why? They... Apparently after he does those, I just need to try and, like, stay away from... Or, maybe if I dodge towards him... And now he's gonna do the spinny thing. Oh, pish off. What the... I pressed dodge, dagnabbit. Come on. Oh, really? That was that one? Okay. Okay, I'll admit that one was a little bit on me at the end, but I still think that one attack of his that hits the ground and spreads the ice out is just... It has way too much of like a splash range. But I think I've figured out the trick to that one now, so, you know, whatever. See, yeah, that's how it works. You dodge towards him. Even though that would normally make no freaking sense. And it's really down to pattern recognition to know whether he's going to do that one or one of just the smaller swings. See, now the next time he goes to swing the mace, it's going to be the big one. Oh, come on. Hey, look at that. Yeah, I figured he might do that. Big swing, which I am ready for. Okay. Crap, now he's doing that. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so... Third time's the charm? Question mark? I certainly seem to be doing a lot better on the third attempt. Back away. Yeah. This is going massively better than my previous attempts. And spinny thing. So really the main trick was figuring out that on the big swing, I really kind of needed to dodge towards him. Oh, come on, really? Fine, I'll kill you that way. Scepter of the Deposed King. Argul, the Deposed King, forged this mace to wield in battle against his most hated foes. Scepter holds within it the essence of Argul's cold fury and freezes the blood of its victims with every strike. Freezes the blood of its victims. Okay. Treasure! Well, after that, I think I'm about ready to call it an episode. I do want to take just a bit of a look at what that particular weapon does, though, and even which kind of weapon it is. Seems like it's a secondary weapon. Yeah. Holy cow, I have to be level 20 to use it. But all it has is a bunch of damage. And iced... 467 ice damage! Holy cow! I may just consider using that when I can, because neither of these so far really have... Anyway. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. For this recording. Next time, I think I'm just gonna go back to, the shoot, what's it called? Whatever. I'll go back to where Nathaniel is. Lost Light. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'll go back to Lost Light, talk to Nathaniel, and then carry on with the main quest regarding the Rod of Arafel. Whenever I happen to find myself back in Tristone or the Forge Lands or whatever, I'll let Thane know about the deposed king. Anyway, words. Yeah. Me good at use words. Anyway. But anyway, yeah. That's gonna do it for now. Blah. But I will, before ending the live stream at least, take another look at all those weapons and stuff that I got. All the equipment, I should say. Right, didn't I get... Oh, that's right, it was a talisman. Demon Heart. I wish they would explain that a bit better. Rewards whoever holds it by infusing common items with devouring spirits. So, like... if I equip that... my theory is that then I would be able to, like... No, okay. So that doesn't do what I thought maybe it could do. Which means it's probably not worth equipping for the most part. It's because I don't know what the heck it means by a devouring spirit. Anyway, these are all total crap. Let's see here, 7%. No experience, otherwise I would consider that one. Those are crap. That's, Minus 7% wrath cost, but no experience. Is it possible to level up beyond level 20? Because if not, then I'm going to just straight up ditch all the experience gain stuff and then go for some other kind of build with my equipment. Wrath Steel. Plus 11%. So I guess the amount of wrath that I would just get from fighting and dealing damage increases. That's what I would hope that means. But dang. Oh, right. More possessed sides. Spellbound sides of shock. Wretched sides of shock. Spellbound sides of frost. That already deal more damage than these other sides here. But I'm going to end up sacrificing those to level up the possessed sides. Upgrade. I'm not sacrificing other possessed sides yet, though. Okay, sack that. Yes. So do I add shock damage? Ooh, Wrath on crit. Yeah. Sure. Upgrade again. Normally I wouldn't bother with using any of the, you know, common tier items. But I mean, that one gets so close. Maybe if I just sacrifice enough of those, it'll get me up to where it needs to be for the sides, for those sides anyway, to fully level it up. Yay! Okay. Add defense, frost damage, or wrath per kill. Ooh. Okay. We going for a wrath specialization here. Spam the teleport slash all freaking day is what this is going to turn into. Upgrade. So I need maybe about that much more. Sack that. Yes, it's enough. Goody. Sack that. What? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, fine. Green Pauldron. Arcane. Defense. Critical damage or shock damage. Well, if I'm getting extra wrath, might as well increase Arcane. Okay, upgrade. Now is where it's going to get a little bit more interesting. Okay, sacking these. And Spellbound Glaive of Ice. Arcane's already there. Crit chance. Crit damage. Ice damage. Let's go crit chance. Yeah. And then upgrade. I don't think those are going to do enough on their own. I'm going to save them for a bit later. I have one more level to go with these possessed sides. Okie day. Well, now that I've checked all that out and done everything that I feel like doing for that, you know what? I could just go back to Thane and, you know, receive the whole reward for the possessed king killing thing. Sure, why not? Gotta fast travel over here to the Tree of Death. And I just noticed the time. Holy cow. But, I mean, I suppose it's somewhat to be expected. I have been streaming for 3 hours now. So I have a thought. Something I just thought to ask for input on, but maybe I should wait and talk about that while I'm also recording a video, so that could make its way into there and more people would potentially see it. Alrighty. Back to Tristone. I don't know. Seems like the stream might be a little bit further behind than it was when I started. But, like, I haven't dropped any frames or anything, so I don't know what's up with that. Hey, Thane. Argul's dead.
I found Argu.
Once he was king of the dead. Trust you remembered to bow before you killed him. There are creatures yet that will prove your equal.
Okay. Just money and experience. Ooh, speaking of money, I can spend some money on some shop stuff. You know, equipment and whatnot.
You have touched. There are new talismans for you to browse.
Okay. You... no experience, no experience. Right now, if it doesn't have experience, I'm not interested. Sorry. Would slightly improve experience at the cost of my strength. Which I'm not sure I want to give up on that. So,
As you reap, I will sow the same.
Random flame there that for some reason does not burn me. Alright, let's see if maybe Valis and what's Alia. See if they have anything that I might be interested in.
What brings you before me? Oh, Valis has been busy. There are new items.
I'm probably not really gonna want scythes. Or really any of these weapons. As good as they might normally be. But compared to possessed weapons, you know? Okay. Well, same experience. Adds arcane critical and resistance. I lose the guilt found and the critical damage. So the regular critical damage would be gone, but arcane critical damage would be increased. Also lowers defense, though. No experience from that one. No experience from any of these. Okay. That one's better in pretty much every conceivable way other than the wrath cost, which I might be willing to make that trade-off. So I'll take that. Anything similar here? Ooh. Boosts everything but strength, and the experience gain is the same. Hold up. 81, 26. Okay, so that one, I lose the guilt found instead of the strength. So far, that one's preferred, in my mind. Okay. I'll buy that. And then I go into my equipment. And... equip. Because I don't care that much about reduced wrath cost. I definitely don't care that much about Guilt Found. Though, maybe I should care a little more about Wrath Cost if these are going to become my go-to sides. The problem is, well, they give Wrath instead of... Oh, that gives Wrath per kill as well. Huh. Upgrade. Let's see what we get from these. Sacrifice. Sack. 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 Okay. Now, do I improve the Arcane or the Wrath on crit? I mean, my crit chance isn't exactly super high. But it is increased with these. So, you know what? Fine. Wrath on crit. So now the damage per second. 1204. Wow. Damage per second is way lower. But the critical chance goes up by 20%. I also get like another, I guess technically 35 arcane. Which, given the, well, that one doesn't do anything when I get a crit, but still. I'm gonna at least try these out. Whenever the next episode comes around. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these double sides. Like, especially out of these two. I mean, that one's health per kill instead of health on crit. Health on crit is probably more helpful when dealing with the big, like, you know, bosses and other big enemies. Health per kill is generally a little more helpful with, you know, the regular enemies. So I don't know. But anyway, I'll give these a shot and see what I think. But that will probably all be for a later date.
I don't know, I'm just a pup.
Alright, Karn has nothing to say, apparently. Alright. I think I have done all that I set out to do. So with that in mind, I think I am going to wrap things up here. So, yeah. Had a few people stop by the stream. Had a recommendation for Elden Ring. Might as well add that to the list because I've already got a recommendation to play Outlast. And then there's, you know, the fact that I'm wanting to play through the rest of the Darksiders series. I'm probably going to, since once I finish this game, I'll be, at least in terms of the number of games, I'll be halfway through the series. That seems like a reasonable spot to, you know, take a bit of a break and, you know, play a different game for a bit. Which, Outlast is not going to be that long of a game, I can tell you that much. I've played it before, so I know from experience that it's not like a super long game. These ones, you know, or games of this type, especially that have more of the, you know, level up, upgrade your character aspects to them, basically RPGs. Those games, you tend to put a lot more hours into them. Especially with all the side quests and stuff, if you do those. But Outlast, it's just like, you know, you're going through the story. There might be some things to find, you know, like some secrets off to the side in some areas. But it's not going to leave you on, like, you know, a 5-hour fetch quest or anything like that. So, would be just a little bit of a break in between the Darksiders series. Then I finish up those. Also, is Elden Ring available on Xbox One? I'm going to need to look into that. Because if it's not, then I definitely can't do Elden Ring. As it stands, I would need to go out and buy that. Which, maybe by the time I finish up the other games that are currently, you know, on my mind, / have been recommended to play. Maybe after all that, Elden Ring won't cost quite so much. But I don't know. Anyway, okay. Those are all my thoughts that I've got. Definitely take a look at some of my, you know, other regular YouTube videos and stuff. I especially ask that you check out the one that is, you know, about looking for feedback. I think I just titled it, you know, what's next, you decide. It's because I'm looking for some input feedback relative to some things I plan on doing in the near-ish future. And some of that involves streaming, so definitely would be nice to get some input on that. Anyway, okay. That's definitely gonna do it for this live stream. I gotta get some dinner, and then I'll probably spend the rest of the time, the rest of the evening, A, prepping for tomorrow, and B, editing stuff that I just recorded during this live stream. So, anyway, yeah. Unless something comes up that I'm not currently expecting, I will be back at it next Thursday, roughly the same time. So, yeah. Until then, I hope you're all doing well, and hopefully we'll get some more people popping in for the next one. But until then, stay cool, people.